Hey guys, this is your RBG console. Thought I'd make a video response to Chili Man, why next gen gaming is dead. It's only 2 minutes and 35 seconds long, so it's right up my alley to respond to it. And he brings up a lot of good points. Actually, a lot of the points he brings up, I think there's a good consensus about how gaming is going right now, because let me just put it to you this way. I wouldn't say gaming as a whole is dead, but it feels like gaming is on life support because of the bad business practices. But we'll play it a little bit and then I'll respond.
Next gen gaming is dead, and this is something I realized when I was doing some research, and I came across some shocking results that I feel people have known for a while but have chose to ignore. The truth is, gaming is dying. Gaming has evolved so fast over the years and is now struggling to keep up with its own pace. The new next-gen consoles are technological marvels in the gaming console industry, but are failing in their specific field due to lackluster video games and a huge lacking in the amount of big, good AAA titles that are being released. The quality and variety of video games is almost non-existent, when as far back as PS2, you had different games of the same genre to choose from, whereas now, you only have one game that represents one whole genre. The last man standing is clearly how it's always been with video game development. With what I have seen and research is that we are getting less AAA titles, and this has been happening a lot since as far back as 6th gen consoles. There used to be a wide range of exclusives like with PS2 and Xbox O. Fast forward to now, and when most of the game devs have closed their doors, have been sold, or are no longer making the games they used to make. I have checked which years of gaming produced the most video games, and with PS2 and Xbox O, for example, they pretty much used to have their own respective exclusive video games, not like now where all consoles share the exact same video games, and with that there was a lot of competition.
Okay, let me pause that for a second. You see the comparison there compared to now? And he's talking about less AAA games. I mean, that's true, but honestly, do we even want that many AAA games considering the AAA industry is so lazy right now? And they still continue to bring out broken and rush games. And by the way, I kind of knew for a long time that the AAA industry was going downhill. Even as far back as almost the end of the lifespan of PS3, I noticed this trend was going on. But it's now to a point where even AA and a little bit of indie studios are starting to get lazy and complacent. And that's not a good thing, people. Like, okay, I expect the AAA industry to fuck up, even though they shouldn't be fucking up. But a AA studio bring out a broken game with a bunch of glitches, that's unacceptable. And unfortunately, we have to pay $70 for our games now. Yeah, this trend has been going on for a while now, and unfortunately, it's a standard now. I wish it wasn't, but unfortunately, it is. And let me tell you something right now. Games now, and even games back then when they were $60, majority of them are not even worth the asking price because you do not get the value you want and paid for. That should be something every publisher should have a standard. You know, I kind of wish we had a Gordon Ramsay in the video game industry, because man, can you imagine a Gordon Ramsay like reviewing games and just telling the publishers and developers that they need to change or they might possibly shut down? Can you imagine that? Right? Like, I feel like video games should kind of feel up to the standards of what restaurants are doing, in my personal opinion, because if you're dropping so much for entertainment, should you not get the value back? I think you should get the value back. Well, anyways, let me finish the video here, but I'll give you my closing thoughts. But yeah, this guy brings up a lot of good points on this video, even though it's only 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
This isn't a console problem, this is a gaming problem. Greed has ruined gaming. Looking at the catalog of next-gen video games clearly shows that gaming is struggling to make great video games like they once did. All the sequels that we have been asking for that could have been new installments on the next-gen hardware have all been cancelled, or at least we hope we can get sequels on next-gen. There is no real incentive to buy a next-gen console. They have been out for 3 years and have yet to really be utilized. In my honest opinion, next-gen came far too soon, and it seems like we really weren't ready for the next generation. At least in this case, I will speak for myself. I might go into detail in a part 2 video, but maybe only if this video does well. I will be monitoring how things go with these consoles, but for now, this is the Trilly Man signing off. I thank everyone for watching. Peace out.
See, the thing is, you know, it's funny, you bring up that there's no justification to buy these consoles. Well, unfortunately, that kind of was the same when the PS4 launched. Because even though, yes, the PS4 did sell 120 million, look how long it took for the PS4 to actually get interesting games for people to play. All you had literally at the launch was, what, Knack? That's it. And Horizon Zero Dawn. That's really it. They really didn't have much of anything after that. So, this generation, with gaming in general, it's a repeat. It's repeating itself, and unless people actually vote with their wallet, because I hate to say this, people are not voting with their wallet, because if they did, then these AAA gaming industry companies would already shape up and give us games that actually work out of the box. All I'm going to say is, do not pre-order games. Wait for reviews. Please. You're doing yourself a favor. And when I mean wait for reviews, don't look at IGN reviews or GameSpot reviews. Don't look at those paid review sites, because unfortunately they have a lot of bias to them. But watch review sites by YouTubers and see what they have to say about it. Then after that, make your decision, because their opinions will actually save you money. They will actually save you money. I can't count the many times how much I save because I decided to wait for games to go to sale, or I just decided to completely screw them over and buy their games used. You know? There's a lot of good games. Unfortunately, you just can't rely on AAA games anymore. You're going to have to find that golden ticket of gaming somewhere else, because you're just not going to find it anymore with a lot of brand new games. You know, not every brand new game that comes out is terrible or it completely sucks, but the trend keeps going because people are still supporting it. I'm sorry, but you can't sit there and whine and complain about something if you're going to turn around and support it. You actually have to lower your pride, I should say. Lower your pride and basically say, you know what? I should follow through with what I say, and I should not be giving these corporations my money. That's what it boils down to. People need to swallow their pride and follow through with what they're saying. So anyways, this is JRPG Console. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will give this video a like. And I'll definitely put this video in the description. But for now, I will catch you later.